There's been somewhat of a dark cloud hanging over Ohio for 3.5 years. Now Governor Mike DeWine's defending his top advisor after her name came up in a state indictment in the House Bill 6 bribery scandal. Laurel Dawson has been a top aide to the governor for decades. This all comes in the recent indictments of former Public Utilities Commissioner Sam Randazzo and 2 former First Energy executives. Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trow has been covering this case now for years and says Democrats are pushing for repeals of the corrupt bill and further investigation of DeWine.
A whole lot of folks would like to just say, yeah, dark days in Ohio. Let's just move on. We cannot move on.
On the heels of not guilty pleas from utility executives and a former state official in the largest bribery scandal in Ohio history,
it's time that we fully close this dark chapter in Ohio's history.
House Minority Leader Allison Russo and fellow Democrats have come together to propose anti-corruption legislation, trying to prevent another House Bill 6 scheme. First Energy executives allegedly paid Sam Randazzo $4.3 million in bribes before Governor Mike DeWine appointed him as chair of the Public Utilities Commission. They then spent $60 other million to create and pass HB 6 when the bribe was exchanged to provide a $1 billion bailout for First Energy. This landed former House Speaker Larry Householder 20 years in prison.
Look, if I knew what I know now, if I knew then, I certainly would not have appointed Sam Randazzo.
But the Democrats have requested federal prosecutors investigate DeWine's administration, stemming from Randazzo's indictment. Here's why. The indictment states Randazzo told DeWine through his chief of staff, Laurel Dawson, that he had received $4.3 million from First Energy in January of 2019, before he was appointed. The document says Randazzo claimed the money was final payment of a consulting agreement.
It certainly does not look good for your chief of staff to learn of a huge potential conflict of interest and not tell you.
The indictment also says Randazzo allegedly loaned Dawson's First Energy lobbyist husband $10,000 a couple of years prior. DeWine claims Dawson never told him about the millions from First Energy, but his spokesperson declined to comment if he knew about the loan. Still, the governor stands by her. To be clear, she has not been charged with any crime. Dawson declined to do an interview. We asked DeWine about her alleged omission.
Your question to me was, did I discipline her? And the answer is no.
We asked if it was possible Dawson knew about the bribery before DeWine appointed Randazzo.
Not clear to me that she knew that before these decisions were made.
But it's possible.
It's not clear to me that at all.
But it is possible that she did.
Well, again, I can only tell you what I knew when I knew it.
Now, Democrats want action from DeWine.
Call for reforms.
Although some Republicans are on board, it's unlikely that any of the anti-corruption legislation will pass in the GOP supermajority. At the Ohio State House, I'm Morgan Trow reporting.
Okay, House Bill 6 had 2 parts: nuclear energy bailouts for First Energy and subsidies for 2 1950s-era coal plants. The nuclear aspect was repealed, but the coal plants still stand. The Ohio Consumers Council reports Ohioans are paying more than $530,000 a day to keep them operating. One of them is in Indiana. That's about $250 million spent on those plants since 2020. Ohio House Speaker Jason Stevens has said that he doesn't want them repealed because they benefit the economy and also create jobs, and he has one of those plants in his district.